The whole world's been mapped now. We've found all the continents and we've visited everywhere. We've settled the whole planet. And everything we've found, we've written down and we've typed it up and we've drawn it into digital maps that tell us just how much we know about the world. I mean, I know this, but I like to travel because I don't know. I don't know what other places feel like or who I'm gonna meet or what I'm gonna find out there. But I wanna find out, and I like to write songs along the way that motivate me to keep exploring, keep traveling, looking for the adventure that I know is still out there. So this song here was written with my good friend, Paul Gorsuch. I heard the front door open, felt the warm air leave. It carried me upon it like a leaf on a breeze. But I did not resist, nor try to go back home. The wind was whispering to me, she says, you're better off on your own. Set your sights upon a star, let your journey now unfurl. You might find what you are looking for at the bottom of the world. If I had a lady, she could tell me not to leave. If I had a child, I could go back home for to see him. But instead I've got this feeling, and it's buried in my bones. And it cannot come to light until it feels bitter, bitter cold. Well, I came out of the forest to a small fishing town. And I walked down to the harbor, and it was there that I found. It was there I found the others. Seemed that I was not alone. And we had all been called by voices not our own. Well, I helped them build a ship, and we sailed it out to sea. Those waves were always threatening a cold eternity. And that boat was like a toy in an ocean deep and rough. And we prayed to our gods that our will might be enough. If I had a lady, she could tell me not to leave. And if I had a child, I could go back home for to see it. But instead I've got this feeling, and it's buried in my bones. And it cannot come to light until it feels bitter, bitter cold. Now that pack I circled round us in a strong, cold embrace. And that ship was lifted up and then frozen in place. So we left it there standing like a monument to home. And across those endless ice fields to the southward we did roam. We'd been told the world was round, we believed it until we came over the edge into that cold and frozen hell. Flaming tinder kept us warm in the never-ending night, till finally I stood and said, you know that this ain't right. We huddle around these fires like moths around a flame. We didn't leave our homes to just keep on being the same. And then I stood and turned into that howling wind, and one by one they followed towards the heart of that frozen continent. If I had a lady, she could tell me not to leave. And if I had a child, I could go back home for to see him. But I no longer think of children, nor warm, loving wife. And something deep inside me has finally come to life. I know that adventure's still out there, But if I've learned anything from my adventures, it's that a good one's hard to find. You can plan for years down to every tiny detail, and none of it will happen. You can have all the money in the world or no money in the world, and something might never happen. You can have years of experience doing it, and it might never reappear. So what my secret is to going on a good adventure is to catch it by surprise. Just pick a place and just go. No plans, no reservations, no what ifs. Comes a time, you just go. There comes a time that don't come on a clock. It's a time when you take stock of all that you got. 'Cause time, it waits for no one, it just keeps moving down the road, and taking a little something from everyone I know. When I woke this morning, I could feel it in my bones. Been counting on that calendar for days. I pulled out a pen and pad and I wrote down this song. And I got on a plane and flew away. Because there comes a time for holding out, and there comes a time for change. There comes a time when you turn tail and run. And there comes a time for sitting quiet and listening to the breeze. There comes a time for everyone. There comes a time when all of your wildest dreams come true. There comes a time when you can say, son, now it's up to you. And you pass on your life's work to the boy that you raised. You treat it like it was all in the cards, and it's just another day. Never give enough time to balance what we take. We whistle and we work like we're told. Till money and memories become the only things we make to get us by when we have gotten old. Now there comes a time for holding out, and there comes a time for change. There comes a time when you should hold your tongue. And there comes a time for standing up for what you do believe. There comes a time, there comes a time, there comes a time for